let's get to it. I'm Jess, and I do a segment on my channel called Jess's Declassified 2021 Survival Guide. This segment involves me doing a bunch of ridiculous things to keep myself and you entertained during quarantine. I always hope we learn something from it. Today I am collabing with one of my personal favorite people, Debra Danielsen. She creates music, she has been on a bunch of reality TV shows. Debra is amazing.
So if you is my respect, it doesn't make me happy. Keep it clear, positive, beautiful.
Debra and I are going to swipe through my dating apps, and Debra is going to tell me what I've been doing wrong. Because if anyone can help me, it's Debra. But yeah, let's see how it goes. How's my dating life? It's going. I was with someone for a while and that didn't work out. It was a good amount of time. It's hard. And dating apps are confusing because I don't really know.
Very confusing. I hate dating. It's such a dicey situation and sketchy.
Yes.
You just don't know what the hell you're getting.
The thing I hate most about dating is the beginning part of the small talk and kind of having to go through the whole history of who you are. Doing it so many times over and over after a while. It's like I should get like a Spark Notes, you know? Like I just need to send out a slideshow, catch up, and we'll chat.
I was on at least 5 different dating sites at one point. And then I thought to myself, I'm a scientific sort of person. And honest to God, I don't know what I'm looking at when I look at some of these people. And I'll give you an example of how bullshit they are. So this one guy I met on eHarmony. So I met him far away from my house in a public place.
Right.
Don't want anybody knowing where I'm at. And so I was waiting for this gentleman to show up. And then his plane got delayed. And then it was 2 a.m. in the morning and he was texting me. So I ended up in a hotel restaurant. It's pouring down rain. We're in South Florida.
Okay.
The guy pulls up in a convertible with the top down. And guess what? Bald as a cue ball. No hair. Now, I'm a person who loves hair. We all have our things. When he came into the hotel, I said to him, first of all, where's your hair at? Oh, yeah. Second of all, why in the hell are you driving around with that convertible top down at 2 a.m. in the morning and it's gut-wrenching rain? Oh, I didn't know how to work it and put the top up.
So what'd you do? Were you like, I'm going to bed?
I mean, I was polite. I just said, you know, it's very late. I'm very tired. I am going to sleep. So from that moment on, I didn't go anywhere, didn't do anything. I just focused on me. I found a dating site that could help me understand who I was looking at. Are they crazy?
Right. What is this website?
It's Elite Singles.
Okay.
And these are people who are professional. And you have to take a personality profile, not some bullshit thing like Match.com has on it. It said that the personality profile was based on scientific data and studies. It goes into the psychological makeup up here.
All I've ever known is kind of like the Tinder, Bumble, Hinge situation.
Yeah.
Those don't really help you much with information. I mean, some of them have like some prompts.
And here's the problem with 90% of these dating sites. I can go online and buy a car and know more about the car than this person who I'm going to try to find to spend the rest of my life with.
Right.
Oh my God. I want to know what's under the hood and between the ears. I want to know, is this person a serial killer? I mean, what is this I'm looking at? I cannot stand when I go on a date if somebody's asking me to borrow money from me.
It's always nice if you want to split the check with me. I'm cool with
Correct.
that. But to assume that either I'm going to pay or to not even offer, I feel is sometimes a little weird.
But I went on a date, a first date and a last date, and I could have waited till it was over with. And we were in a restaurant and the guy, and I've never had this experience before, ever.
Right.
He's sitting there with the menu and he's going, well, you're going to have to pay for your own.
What?
And you know what I told him?
What'd you say?
I said, I'm a big girl and I can pay for my own. this man was over here having a thermonuclear catastrophic meltdown. What he ended up with, I believe, was a glass of water and a hamburger.
When you're out with either a friend or even like on a date, I'm willing to splurge a little, especially someone you may be really interested in. I want to spoil them, frankly, and I'd hope that they want the same, just because, you're trying to put your best foot forward.
And then we walked to the parking garage and he asked me if I would like to see him again. I said, no, I don't think that's a good idea. I think we're in two different lanes. When I go on a date, I feel like it's a little celebration. I finally found something worthy of my time and my efforts. Let's, by God, make a moment of it.
Especially if I'm going to put in the effort. If I'm doing this all just to sit with you, the very least you can do is offer to compensate me for my time.
I'm also very feminist, but by God, I like being treated like I'm special. And I want to know that I'm attractive. I want to know that I'm something to be cherished. I don't want to be treated like, oh, Jesus, here we go. I got to spend 35, 40 minutes with this bitch. I don't want that stress. Stressed out enough.
I want to feel special. It's not asking a ton.
Not only that, but you're the most beautiful woman in that room.
Frankly, in the world at that point. It's the little things I think that so many guys just stop doing. The bar is on the floor, but even when men ask, like, how is your day?
Too many women try to modify themselves to fit with the guy. So they lower their expectations to a point of barely get by.
Yes.
And then you marry something like this and it just tends to get worse. Finally got brave enough to say, I deserve better than this. Yes. And therefore, I'm going to pick out a scientific methodology of finding myself the best damn candidates I can line up. And then I'm going to interview these people. I was going to rank and rate these bitches just like they do me, right? But here's what turned the tide. A boyfriend, we were actually sort of engaged to get married, cheated on me, and then asked me to move back. He called me up and he said, come home. I need you now. I got in a car. I packed up my whole everything. I drive for 3 fucking days. I drive up to his house. I get out. He's not there. So I thought, he's at work. I'll just go to this little bar we used to hang out at. I sit in there for 4 hours trying to call him, nothing. I drive back over to his house. I ring the doorbell. He comes to the door. He says, oh my. So he held me and he told me it was nice to see me. And then come to find out, well, I have company coming over. Well, Debra, you have to leave now. Pull up your whole life, move across the United States, come back to what you left.
Yeah.
And then, oh, he's got somebody else. I call that diabolical. I made my mind up right there, right at that moment. And I said, no problem. I turned around, got in the vehicle, and I said, Debra, you're going to get a dating site where you can get a guy that's on your level, of your caliber, of where you want to go in this world. And you're going to be equally put together so you don't have to feel less than, and you're going to love each other. So that's what I did.
After I think a breakup or some man treats you poorly, I feel like I internalize it. And I think women do it that way where we're like, what did we do wrong?
They have to be strong enough not to be intimidated. They have to know who they are, because there's nothing worse than getting deep into a relationship and then the woman gets successful and the guy just goes all to pieces on you and runs off with, the woman at the Speedy Mart gas station. I'm going to be appreciated. It's like if I go buy a dress or if I go buy a pair of pants. In my mind, I know what I want. When I get in there, I got to look at the tag. What's it made out of? Do I have to take it to the dry cleaner all the time? Oh, well, I'd really rather just wash it. And then what about the price? I found out that I was spending more analysis on clothing, shoes, cars, buying objects than I was on trying to meet the right person to date.
That is such a good strategy.
I picked out 4 different people on this app and I started pursuing them. And it wasn't me sitting back waiting for somebody to think, oh, she's the prettiest. I'm going to go for what I like. On 4th of July of that year, I found David and we started talking. We were married 2 years after we met. David is an infectious disease doctor.
Wow. Okay.
Mr. Pandemic.
Mr. Pandemic, you got a good one there.
I put out a little thing on YouTube. One comment was a man who came on there and said, "Oh my God, she must not have enough money to get implants." So I look at my husband last night and I said, should I go back and ask him to pull his sack out, his balls and his dick? And should I say, what the you too poor to get a penis implant? Why are your balls so tiny? I feel like women need to say, excuse me. My ex-husband, he was like stalking me and I didn't realize. So I went into the bar at the hotel one night and unbeknownst to me, he was sitting outside the bar waiting for me to come out. So I come out, he jumps up and he tells me, I bet you anything I can make you have an orgasm.
No, you married him later on.
I thought maybe he was trying to be funny. Obviously, I should have listened very carefully.
You have to learn through trial and error with relationships, I found. Like, you can't just know from the beginning. Like, I have experienced like straight up emotional abuse and been like, so this is how it works?
Yeah.
And it is so hard.
But you got to pretend that you're at work. I wouldn't put up with a lot of this shit at work.
Tinder and Bumble are like big ones around me. So I have been using them. Now that I'm on apps, it's like, how do I communicate all that I am in this tiny little bio? So I like a tall guy. I like a man who can reach the top shelf because Lord knows I can't. I like the dark features. I like the beard look.
I've heard a lot of people use Tinder, but I just wonder what the success rate is, you know?
But what do we
there
think
you
of this
go.
guy? You can open it up. He's got the height.
He's very attractive. It looks like he dresses nicely. Does he have a job?
That's the thing we don't know.
He looks sort of like an engineer to me, but I would call him up and I would say, hey, I'd like to know more about you. I think this is a worthwhile person.
Yeah. So we're going to swipe right on this one. Oh, here's someone who has super liked me.
He seems like a very tender, touching person.
Is your name Google because you're all I'm searching for, but did use the wrong your.
He looks like an artist.
But he also looks very young.
To me, he looks younger than you.
The half face. What are you?
Yeah, why is that? Is his eye cut out?
What is this? No. Why is he moving like that?
It looks like he's injured. He seems high strung.
Yes. And that is not what we're looking for here. This is the thing. You never really know what they're going to start with. So he has a bio here. Okay. His dentist called him a mouth breather. So there's that.
Oh God, I would not know. No.
Someone active here. He says he's 6'2", practitioner of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling, and Muay Thai.
Very athletic. He travels.
And he seems kind of fun.
I think this would be somebody to kind of investigate.
We match.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very exciting.
This
guy looks like he's tired. He looks like he's smoking a joint. I don't know. It just doesn't look right for you.
No, I don't think so either, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay, and here's the thing with some of these pics. Which one do we think he is? Why is he turning his head? What's he hiding from us, Debra?
Wow.
He's very far away, I won't lie.
Why is he crouched down on the floor like that?
He's put himself in a bunch of meme photos. Well, I won't lie, this is quite hilarious. He might just be too far. Okay.
I think I would pass that one over.
I think you might be right.
Ooh, look at this guy.
Okay.
He's beautiful. I wonder what he does.
Oh, it's in French.
He's witty.
He is witty.
I would absolutely give him a like.
It's a match. Okay, and here we got a runner here.
I don't know. He looks like he's not well. I mean, he just doesn't. He looks like he's exhausted.
If you're going to put a photo in your profile, don't want it to show that in the background you're not 100% clean. I feel like that ruins something there.
I don't know what that's about, but I wouldn't have anything to do with it. If they can't show me all of it, I don't want any of it.
Okay, but hold on. I have a lot of weird hobbies and making crepes is one of them. Crepes I do like.
They're very good. So he likes to cook.
Straight up in debt from paying off school, and I fucking hate COVID, but what else is new? We talked about this.
Oh my God.
You see what I'm dealing with, Debra? What is this?
Why would you put a pigeon on your head? He looks like he might be interesting. Who's the girl in the picture? Hopefully it's his sister.
Is this someone from the past and you just cut her out to post this photo because you thought you looked good? What is this? What? Let me read you the bio. If I'm ever murdered, I want a closed casket funeral, but by the end of service, I want Pop Goes the Weasel played over and over again until everyone is staring at my casket with mute, horrified anticipation.
That sounds like a serial killer. I would have nothing to do with it. Now, here's my pet peeve. Men who have to have an animal in the photo. That means there's an insecurity problem. He looks hurt. This guy does not look happy. He looks like he's had too many drugs.
So
that guy's handsome.
But,
wow.
Okay. Oh, but he's not cut out to be a night owl.
Oh my God. He's probably one of those people that are just up and at it, like balls to the wall. And I'm like, no, I can't. Oh my God. This guy looks decent.
He does. Loves to capture every moment of life. Moody person. Well.
Oh, there we go. Remember what I told you.
Yeah. But this guy looks kind of cute. If you love adventures and deep conversations, message me. I also love pups.
Well, that's kind of nice. Look, love trying new things. I like that.
I'm willing to give him a shot.
I think it might be good.
Look, we matched, Debra.
Awesome.
Jeremy. I'm giving him the shot. Let's see what he's got. There's a good chance that I have a nicer butt than you.
Oh God, my ex-husband used to say that to me.
Oh, Debra, that's not a good sign.
I would hit detonate. Charles is very handsome.
He loves anything innovative and futuristic. Will definitely invite you to my charcuterie board and wine nights.
Ooh, I like that.
He is very handsome. Yeah, I'm going to swipe right to that. And we matched.
Wow, that's very cool. Ooh, this is very nice. He's got style. Ooh, nice.
Traveling.
Look at that. He's doing a Kanye West look.
The thing about the Kanye West look is it's for Kanye West and that's it.
I would agree. He's not adverse to trying a little something. This guy looks a little bit pissed off.
He does, doesn't he?
And shouldn't this be a happy moment? A couple of those guys were like super nice. Respect yourself.
Absolutely.
Love yourself. Go
Right.
find the best man, person, whatever that you need for your life. You're worth it.
We need to know our self-worth and we need to stick with it. So
you are a winner and you deserve a winner. If you were building a real football team, you would go after the prize player. So you just got to go for it. You want to spend the rest of your life with, I think he's acceptable. No.
Thank you for all your input. I'm a changed woman. You have a new album, correct?
I do. March 16th. It's called Nothing at All. The whole album is just 5 songs, my first album. It talks about all of these relationships. Nothing at All is the first song. It's very ballad. It's very John Legend. Bullets and Booze will be coming out in May. It's kind of a tongue-in-cheek funny song. The one that I love the most is coming out in April. It's called In Love with Me. It's a fun song, but it's also a beat that's kind of addictive. Final song is going to be called Going Off. And the whole premise with this is to leave people empowered and knowing themselves. It'll be a fun album. The album itself is going to be out in May. Thank you for trusting me to give you some opinions on your date selection.
I figured there was no one better. Who else am I going to have?
Thank you. Stay safe and healthy, okay?